Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Blockheads World, and today we are running along a path. No, I'll edit that out later. Anyway, today what I wanted to do was kind of take a break from Spectrum. There's actually a few other things that we need to be doing with Spectrum in order to finish it, but I kind of don't care. Now that we are able to enchant and we have all these bedrock tools and bedrock armor and stuff, I'm kind of ready to move on to something else and maybe finish the Spectrum stuff later. That kind of thing. Anyways, what I want to do first, though, is I want to start kind of setting up a base where we can have a little bit better storage situation, because my storage is really a mess right now. I've got stuff in the little food area for food. I've got stuff at the starter base and stuff down over here at Spectrum where I just dumping stuff into chests because I was tired of my inventory being full. And it's a disaster. It's a complete disaster. So what we need to do is we need to start a room for storage. But before we do that, I kind of want to do a few things in preparation for making such a place, such a base. One of those things is we need to get the resources necessary for building. And so what I've decided is I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of building with the white concrete, at least not my main base. And there's a couple reasons for that. Number one is that as I've been walking past this white concrete, there's just something about the color of it that's bothering me, and I don't know what that is. The other thing is these are pretty much all of the variants that I would be using in order to make such a thing. There's a couple variants that aren't in this particular build that I could use, but for the most part, all of those variants are just not appealing. So that leaves us with some other ones. We have the smooth stone, but that's a little bit too gray. We have this, which is a little bit way too gray. And then we have the calcite, and we have marble, and we have quartz that I'd like to explore. So the reason that I've decided to go with the calcite is because the quartz has a little bit too much brown in it. I know the calcite has a bit of brown in it, but it's not as bad as the quartz. Quartz has like this weird like brown color that makes it like not white unless you have some kind of special resource pack that makes it more white. So that's kind of why I always like white concrete. But if we go in here, let me show you this real quick, and then we'll get into what we're actually doing today. If I put this into our chipped mason's workbench, we can see we have quite a few different variants, but a lot of them have like, warning signs and stripes and some rust and stuff. Rusted white concrete. How does it rust? I don't know. We've got this railed stuff, which is kind of interesting, but it's like, okay. We've got the grid. So we have a few interesting ones, but a lot of the ones that are actually white concrete without any colors and stuff, there's not a lot of the different variations. As opposed to if I take this and I put in a calcite, then we have, that had 3 pages about for the white concrete. This is about 5 or 6. So we have so many different variations with our calcite blocks that they're definitely worth using. And this is just chipped. So we also have calcite blocks with Spectrum, obviously. And I think there's another mod or two that also use different calcite blocks. I know that Create has some calcite variants, and so on and so forth. Marble is also another one. Marble looks really cool, but the problem with marble is marble does not work with chipped. This marble is from Blockheads, I think. I wish I had a piece of marble to show you. But anyways, if I put marble into the chipped mod thing, yeah, I don't think I have any marble. Let's see. Oh, there's some right there. Yeah, marble is from this mod called Blockheads, and it's a cool looking block. It's a nice color. And it's pretty prevalent in the world, but if I take this and I put it into our workbench, you see there's nothing happens because it's not part of the mod. So the marble's kind of out for that reason. I wish that marble was supported by chipped, but it's not, so that's fine. Anyway, the problem with calcite, though, is that it's not abundant. It is not rare, but it's a little harder to find than marble. Definitely harder to find than stone. So we also, in vanilla, you can't find it anywhere, I don't think, besides just around the geodes. So if we come to this geode right here, we have some calcite, or we did, I mined it all out. We have some calcite around the geode, but other than that, you can't find it. In this mod, I think from Create, calcite does spawn in the world here and there, but it's a little hard to find. Not super hard, but a little bit. So what I've decided to do is create a farm for calcite, because one thing that the Spectrum mod has is the ability to make that liquid crystal that we made a while ago. And liquid crystal, when it touches water, makes calcite. So I have a little setup right here. This is kind of like a little micro farm. And you can see this is liquid crystal. We have water just in a stair here so the water doesn't flow in. And when the liquid crystal hits that, we get calcite. Right there, we get calcite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a farm, or a machine, I guess, in Create, where basically this very thing happens, but instead of me mining it with my pick over and over randomly, it's going to drill using a Create drill, and then go into like a chest or whatever. So that's what we're going to do. I'll probably do about 6 bays, maybe 4, maybe 8 bays of the stuff, so that when the liquid crystal touches water, get the calcite, and that should give us a nice supply of calcite to do that. I also want to make a glass machine that will create glass for us and get some different colors going and stuff like that before we start to build the base, but that's probably not going to be this episode. Anyway, I'm going to gather up some Create stuff, and we're going to go ahead and build this lovely, lovely machine somewhere. Okay, so I've chosen this side of this hill right here to build this thing. So there's our concrete factory, and then here is this. So I am actually going to build this thing out of white concrete, because why not? I have lots of it, and I think it looks good. I'll probably do reserve the white concrete for our industrial area, I guess. I don't know. Now that I'm using the white concrete, I'm like, oh, I love white concrete. I should just make everything out of white concrete. So, yeah. But we're going to make the calcite. Okay. I'm so indecisive, I swear. All right. So then what we're going to do is put, I guess we'll have just a chest right here or something, and that'll be the output. But next what we need to do is build the conveyor, which is in here. I upgraded my dank also because I had some gold that I could use to do that. So this guy's all upgraded. I think, let's see. I think if we go this way, we can make it like the conveyor. Oh, we'll put it 2 down like that. So it'll go right there on the ground. That'll be fine. Okay, so then it'll drop 1 block. It's cool. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Why can't I get that? All right, I put all the drills in. There we go. I just put some deep slate in the middle here because I had some in my inventory to represent where our calcite's actually going to form. And then, yeah, so the liquid crystal will go in here, calcite form there. So now what we need to do is hook this up. So all I did was take our drills, and then I used just some shafts attached to the drills to make this thing. It's a lot cheaper than doing a bunch of those, what are they called? The chain drives. The chain drives kind of look nicer, but this works. So I'm just going to do that. And then now what we have to do is figure out how to connect these two together, and then just hook it up to our little windmill over there. Hopefully we're not going to overstress the windmill. I'm probably going to have to build some kind of a more powerful thing over here, like a generator of some sort, but we'll get there. Okay, so it's all hooked up. Check it out. So we've got, I just put a cogwheel right here. I extended this back one, another cogwheel, a vertical gearbox to a shaft, to another vertical gearbox, and then I extended this out there. I probably could have gone right next to the, where the stuff is going to spawn, the deep slate. No, not the deep slate. What is it? Calcite. Yeah, calcite. I I probably could have gone right next to it, but I did not do so. I think this is going to look just fine. Now, what I'm debating about doing is I could tap into this and just run it over here. That's like one way to do it. The other way is I could actually build a windmill off the top of this thing and just have it like spinning up in the air. And that would spin the whole deal. That is one possible way to go. And then kind of make like a, like so that each build has its own windmill system. I don't know if that's going to be too many windmills though in the area and make a lot of lag, because Create can be a little bit laggy sometimes. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I wonder if attaching to this is a good idea. Like I said, eventually I'd like to have just one big powerhouse powering all of these things and just run the shafts in different places. But maybe for now we should just go with its own, yeah, its own thingamabob. Windmill? Just can't decide. Okay, so I've started to build kind of like an enclosure around this thing. So I'm on the hillside right now. And then we're just going to kind of go across. I think I'm going to do like kind of a window on this back part. And then we're just going to come across here like this. And then, okay. There we go. Okay. And it's raining. How about that? Okay. Take it to there for now. I'm not sure where I want like the storage for this to be. I'm not sure if I want it on this end or if I want it like over here or where I want it. So I'm just kind of going and just kind of seeing how it's going to look if I just continue with some white concrete here. Just kind of come across this way. There we go. I mean, yeah, I don't know where I would like the storage. Because that's not quite enough room for all the storage. See, how many blocks across would this be? Because I'd like to be able to like walk in here and like see the calcite, you know, drop on here and then come up the conveyor. That kind of thing. So let's go to third person. Come on. Why is it not doing it? Sometimes it doesn't do it. Sometimes it won't go into, whatever you call it. Free cam. Let's see. Wish I could go into free cam. Free cam! Ah! Okay, I tried to get my free cam to work. I don't know what's going on with that. I might have to like restart the entire game, which is kind of annoying. So I'm probably not going to do that. I just went up back like into the title screen and back, but sometimes you have to close the whole game to get it to work. And anyway, I think that this might actually be about the right size. And then we could do the storage like here. So like this could run, I don't know, into a chute going up and then across and then into storage that like might sit right here. That could work. Yeah, that could totally work. So I think what I'm going to do is do some gray concrete actually like where this white kind of corner is. And we'll check and see if we can do that. Let's see if we have any gray. All right, well, as you can see, I have made way too much progress. I had recorded a bunch of clips and my little audio clip error occurred. So when I went to go edit, I lost a ton of clips to the audio error. Yeah, I think I know what is doing it. I don't really know what's like causing it, but I know like what I need to be careful of. I use Logic Pro sometimes to record some music of my own creation. And yeah, so sometimes that, I think what's happening is that Logic, when I'm recording, it's on like 24-bit and this is in 16-bit. And my audio card thingy interface, whatever, gets confused and starts glitching out. Anyway, yeah, so I'm sorry that I lost all those clips. Let me show you what I've got in here. Maybe I should turn this down a bit, huh? As far as volume, let's see, master volume. Here we go. Turn that down. Okay. So, wow, it's still loud. Anyway, what we have is the drill setup. I put in all the liquid crystal on this side. As you can see, it is liquid crystallizing. And then on the other side, I have the stairs are actually underneath here, full of water. And then I put 3 belts across. I ended up going with 3 belts because this thing was like not working at first. When I built it the first time, it like all the little entity little blocks, little whatever these things are called, the little calcite blocks, they were like flying all over the place and not going on the belts. So I decided to go with a 3 belt system, and also moved it over and down so that it's just right on top of that belt. It seems to be working okay. I probably didn't need the 3rd belt, but I still have a bunch of them that are like spawning inside, or not spawning, but like getting stuck inside like that. You can see right there. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, I did put these things in here so like you can fill it with the something, whatever those are called. The little, I have no idea what these things are called. What are they called? The casings. That's right. You can fill it with the casings, the belt, and that seemed to help it a little bit, but it's still doing it some. Probably because I didn't put the casing on one of these thingies. Anyway, I digress. So that's working now. We have quite a bit of calcite. What I decided to do was just go with like a little escalator thing right here. So basically it comes to the end, and the calcite blocks get put onto this little conveyor, which gets brought up here. And then over here, we have just some hoppers that are right underneath that conveyor right there. Let's see if I can go into free cam, and show you right here. So there's the hoppers, and then those hoppers are going into these chests where the calcite is getting collected. Let's see, the power for it, I did in fact take it from this little windmill. It seems to be working fine. So the power goes in here to these gears in here. These gears, what do they do? Oh, yeah, these speed it up a little bit. And then right here, this attaches to our belt system, and then the belt system attaches to this other belt system right there. And then right here with some gearboxes and whatnot. And then back here you saw the gearboxes, I think, back here already that attach the drills to this conveyor here. And it looks like I could probably add in some more liquid crystal, because I have sources there, and one right there. And this is just all flow right here. But it seems to not really be needing it. So there's no real reason to do it, I guess, other than aesthetics. But you can't really see it anyway. So there's that. Over here, what I did is put the calcite, well, the mason table here, so we can change this calcite into whatever we want, as far as the different blocks for chipped. And then I think what I'm going to do is also put in the, whatever it's called. What's it called? Spectrum. That's right. The little spectrum table somewhere in here. But for now, we're just going to leave it like that. And that's getting us lots of calcite, so we'll be able to build whatever we want to build with calcite in the future. That was going to be the end of the episode, but we probably have a decent amount of time left. The other thing that I was going to build over here, well, actually there was 2 things. I was going to build some sort of a tree farm and also a glass factory. So I guess we could start on the glass factory. I was going to make it very similar to this concrete maker, except without the gravel side. So if that makes any sense, what we would do, we'd come in here, go around here into our concrete factory like this, and basically, yeah, it would go like this. So we'd have these cobblestone generators And then we have some millstones and chutes. And then we'd have crushing wheels to crush it into sand. And then we'd probably also pull out these things. And then from there, the sand would go into, instead of a washing machine, it would go into a smelter. And we would smelt up the glass and then not worry about the gravel side of this thing, which is basically this side here. So I think I'm actually going to get started on that, and we're going to get all the materials to make this. So we need hoppers, cobblestone generators, chutes, some more of those wheelie things. Okay. All right, I've chosen a location for our glass factory, and I've kind of built the basics here. So we've got our cobblestone generators into our hoppers, into these millstones. I'm going to go with millstones again. I could have gone with 2 of these crushing wheels, like 2 sets of them, but this worked over there, so I'm just going to do this. We have chutes that'll drop the sand, or the gravel, I guess, onto these right here. That will go through these 2 guys right here. I've set up a chest where we're going to collect all of the sand, and I might collect out stuff. Anyway, I wanted it to turn so that it went this way, back through, and then this is where we're going to set up our smelting situation, whatever that's going to look like. When we grind the gravel into sand, as you guys saw at the concrete maker, we get out clay and also, I think, flint sometimes. So I might collect the flint and the clay, because flint actually looks kind of cool sometimes. And then clay we can make terracotta and stuff out of. And then, whoa! Glad it was one of those ones and not the ones that blow everything up. Okay, that was crazy. Yeah, so we can make like pots and so on and so forth out of the clay and the bricks and whatnot. So yeah, that's going to be good. I'm not sure how far I want to go with our smelter here. Might do something like that and then have the chest at the end. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do the rest of the setup here, but this is looking good so far. And as far as power on this one, I'm not sure what we're going to do with that either. So we might pull it from this little windmill situation over there. I might make another windmill to power this glass factory. I also want to make a tree farm at some point. I'm not sure what type of trees I want to do, but it'll probably be just a couple of like rotating tree farms somewhere around here so that we can get some of the wood that we want. I'm thinking about acacia and maybe doing either spruce, dark oak, or regular oak. We'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, okay. So now what we have to do is set this thing up so that all of this stuff will run. I'm going to take a look at how I did it on the other, on the concrete factory, and I'm going to do pretty much the same thing. All right, so I've decided to go ahead and build a windmill on the top of this thing. I could have gone and tapped into the other one, but I think that it's kind of getting to the point. Actually, I need to build some goggles to see if I can actually make that for real. Uh-oh. These are all backward. Oh, no. Okay, the thing is built. Windmill, that is. And we have power. That's good. That guy seems to be spinning sufficiently quickly, albeit in the opposite direction. So perhaps... I think what we need to do is just turn the windmill the other way. And that'll make it go the right direction. Okay, so we'll just stop it. And then you go like that? No. How do we make it switch? That. Okay, now we can do it. And nope, going the wrong way still. Okay, we need the arrow pointing to that way. How is it still going the wrong direction? Oh, no, it's going the right way now. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we just have to figure out how to hook all this up from there to the rest of the machine. So just grab that guy, put this guy here. Come on. Like that and that. And that gets all those going. And of course, this is going the wrong direction. So stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Need to break that. And then we're going to grab out one of these. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we're going to put it in here first. Go, make it a vertical one. Got it. Okay. So it's going to go there. It's supposed to be a vertical one. Curses! No, yeah, it is a vertical one. Why didn't it go on there? Okay. That's going the right direction now. We're getting all the gravel going in there, but we need sand going in there. So that means we need to hook up this thing somehow. I think what we need to do is something. Okay, sometimes these grinding wheels like just really grind my gears, if you know what I mean. They're really annoying. There. There we go. Okay, now we're getting sand. That's what we wanted. All right. So those are in effect. This side of the machine is done. There we go. And then back over here. Yeah, I think if we just connect this with a shaft, it'll actually be going the right direction. Look at that. That's like some kind of a miracle. Okay, except we just need to like break this temporarily until we can get the fans going. So now we just need to connect the fans. How are we going to connect the fans? What are we going to connect the fans with? We will connect the fans up here like this. Just go ahead and bring this up. Put a couple of these guys on here. And hopefully the thing will be going the right direction. Looks like it's going backward. Of course it's going backward. Why would it not be going backward? All right. We've got it going the right direction now. All I had to do is put a gearbox in. Then we're just going to go ahead and I put all of these trapdoors on here to make that happen. And then now I should be able to do that. And we probably should have grabbed out a piece of sand first, because that will help. Really? We're going to do this right now? So sad. Okay, so we got the thing running. I slowed it down, and it's doing good at about 40 sand per stack here. So it's not like a full stack, it's only 40. For some reason, when I went up to 64, it didn't like it. When I went down to 50, it didn't like it. And 40 is, well, I mean, it's turning into glass. So that's what we want. So we'll just go ahead and break all this stuff. And there we go. Or get all this stuff, put this back in here. And we'll get a bunch of glass going, which is going to be super nice, because then we will have a bunch of glass going. And we have a glass factory. So, yay, glass factory. All right, so what we have here is we have a completed system, except for what I'd like to do is I'd really like to be able to take this and have more chests here. But I kind of ran out of iron, so we're going to have to do that later. But over here, what I did is I made 2 hoppers, and then those go into these compacting chests that we got from Spectrum. And so there's 1 and 2, 1 for flint and 1 for the clay balls. So those should be pretty cool. If they fill up too much, I can always take them out and put them into another storage area, or like, you know, pull the items out or whatever. But yeah, that deals with those things. Now we're only getting pure sand out of here, and we're only getting sand in here. So everything looks Fantastic. And then, yeah. So unfortunately, we're out of time for today, but I do want to build a building around this, so maybe we'll start that next episode. Well, guys and gals, this has been Ninja Blockhead. I hope you're having an amazing, awesome, beautiful day, and God bless. And watch out for my sword, because it'll cut you.